Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Mind your business. Only on Money FM 89.3.
Welcome to Mind Your Business. I'm Ahmad Akhtar with Audrey Seek. Do you remember? Smile. You're on candid camera.
Of course.
Well, before we had the cloud, endless apps, and automation, there were photographs, snapshots of joy, milestones, all frozen in time with a simple click. And even as businesses today race to embrace digital transformation, it's worth remembering that it all still leads back to that same place, the need to capture what matters.
Yeah, and one company that carries that ethos is FUJIFILM Business Innovation Singapore. It's not just cameras anymore, right? They've evolved far beyond photography, now empowering businesses through intelligent document solutions, workflow automation, and digital services. But their mission remains rooted in helping organizations hold on to what's essential, even as the world shifts all around us.
That's right. So to find out how FUJIFILM is continuing to transform while staying true to its purpose, we are pleased to welcome on the show the CEO of FUJIFILM Business Innovation Singapore, Wee Tee Hsien. Good morning, Tee Hsien. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
First and foremost, let's talk about the first 6 months of this year, the biggest shifts that you are anticipating or have seen already within Singapore's business landscape.
I think when we look at the first 6 months, we see volatility in global markets with new tariff proposal and export restriction. Obviously, this leads to supply chain disruptions and increased cost of goods and services, especially for business relying on just-in-time logistics. However, we also see opportunities in terms of AI predictive analytics, which can help anticipate and mitigate such risk. So FUJIFILM Business Innovation certainly can help companies to build such resilience through AI-powered automation and analytics, whereby digital transformation can be agile, data-driven decision amid those global trade shifts, also unlocking new opportunities.
So a lot has changed in just the last 6 months. Volatility in global markets, like you said, supply chain disruptions. So between inflation, rising costs, as well as the relentless pace of AI development, many businesses, especially in Asia, are being stretched pretty thin. So how has it changed the way you guys have moved forward at FUJIFILM?
I think when we work with our customers, we understand there's always limited budget, there's always limited resources. We work very closely with customers to look at what are the key areas that we can help them with in the digital transformation. More importantly, they want to see what is their return of investment. So we help them to identify those real-world use cases where they can gain all these ROIs.
Many businesses talk about digital transformation. Business innovation is a buzzword that has been thrown around for a couple of decades now. But what does successful transformation actually look like in practice, especially for your clients? You mentioned use cases. Maybe sharing some of those would be helpful.
Yeah, putting in layman term is actually helping customers to do things cheaper, better, faster by leveraging on people, process, and technology. And of course, more importantly nowadays, data because of digital transformation and AI. So yeah, it's really helping them how to improve themselves through technology, people, and processes.
So any use cases you can share with us?
I think, for example, one of which is we help Changi Airport Group in digitizing and operationalizing the digital transformation in the assets and facility management, where we help them to automate the scheduling of maybe close to 1,000 personnel facility management to help them manage the operation 24/7, automate the whole process, bearing in mind that they are one of the busiest airport in the world. So having a smooth operations in the facility management and asset management, which is very critical for them. Yeah.
And given that a new terminal is coming up soon.
That's right. Yeah. But Changi Airport Group, of course, very big. But in reality, many companies, especially SMEs here in Asia, struggle with budget, with bandwidth, and know-how. What are the most common roadblocks you see on the ground when it comes to digital transformation?
I think for especially SMEs, they will have budget constraint. And normally they do not have a clear digital strategy as well as the resources and the talent to help them in the digital transformation. So normally we help them by establishing a clearer digital strategy because they tend to just look at technology alone, but technology alone will not be able to resolve all these issues. So they also have to look at the people and process. Technology is enabler. Process helps them in their efficiency, but we also emphasize on the need to upskilling their people as well.
And earlier on, you touched on data, which is increasingly being seen as a corporate asset that can be used to make better informed business decisions. How is Fujifilm leveraging data to build resilience and agility across its operations?
Yeah. So data has become such an important factor of digital transformation because if you don't have the right data, don't have the quality data, basically it's garbage in, garbage out. And if you look at the traditional business, data are all over the place in legacy systems, in physical form. So what we did ourselves and also helping customers is to understand data first. Where are your data? What are the data that you need? Are the data structured, unstructured? But I guess the good news is because of the current technology, through OCR, which is with the intelligent OCR, you can actually capture all this data and be able to use it and make really unlocking a value from all this document.
Yeah, so data really is king these days, but most people will not associate Fujifilm when it comes to, data management and data transformation. Most people still associate you guys with photography, right? But your role at Fujifilm Business Innovation is quite a departure from that legacy. Can you walk us through how the brand has evolved? Like, what do you guys actually do today?
Yeah, I get that quite a lot. My friends are still asking me for camera discount and stuff like that. Yeah. So in fact, Fujifilm Group has got 4 major businesses, namely in the healthcare, materials, which is like a semiconductor, imaging, which is our camera and film business, as well as business innovation. So I'm under the business innovation umbrella. In fact, in 2021, we rebranded ourselves from Fuji Xerox into Fujifilm Business Innovation. So over 60 years in Singapore, Fujifilm Business Innovation has been supporting companies with innovative offerings, of course, from a traditional copier and printer business. We are now enabling our customers' digital transformation journey, helping them to unlock value of data through AI, automation, smart workflows with our products, solutions, and services.
Yeah, just on that point, how have you leveraged the use of AI and automation, perhaps with some details if you can?
So what we have is we began our DX journey 10 years ago with the pandemic actually accelerating this whole transformation. Just like within our organizations, we sort of consolidated our IT services, shared services before we embark on the digital transformation journey. So we're also preparing for the next wave of data-driven transformation. As business increasing turn to AI for decision-making, the need to digitize and structure vast values of data, especially from paper document, is critical. So we're doing a lot of that right now. We are focusing on creating an environment where information and systems are seamlessly integrated to enable faster communication, better decision-making, and stronger operations efficiency internally.
Yeah, because these days data is power, but only if you know how to use it, right? So for companies facing, some tough choices on what to digitize first, maybe, how should they prioritize their investments and what they should look at first? What's the most practical way to start without overcommitting any resources?
Yeah, I think we always advise customers to look at the real-world use cases, proven use cases that are error-prone, that are creating a lot of problems for them. They're very labor-intensive. And through that, they can start small. And once it's successful, they can scale further. Right? So they don't overburden their budget and also their resources.
I'm curious to know if there are any new technologies or solutions that you are particularly excited about that will reshape the future of work.
I would say Gen AI, maybe I just take one example that we are doing quite a fair bit with customers. Just I mentioned about the data capturing. In the past, it's a very labor-intensive to sort of convert physical document back into a digital document. And also, even after that, the physical document may not be so intelligent in terms of doing intelligent search, auto-summarization and stuff like that. But with the current AI-powered OCR, where we convert unstructured scan to structured searchable data without going through those very laborious effort. At the same time, this technology helps to auto-classify, helps in document routing and integrating document management into workflow systems as well. So with sort of a straight-through process, you can do an end-to-end document intelligently.
I see. So for SMEs kind of dipping their toes into AI and automation, what's one low barrier, high impact step they can take today?
I think probably there are a couple of things. One, as I mentioned, if they don't know where to start with the real world use cases. The other one is if they have budget constraint, the government grants is available for them, and that can help them to elevate some of the upfront investment as well.
Okay, can we touch a little bit on your leadership approach? You've had over 3 decades of experience in the tech sector, 25 years in senior leadership positions. So I'm sure a lot of pearls of wisdom that you can share with us and our listeners. What have been some of the most challenging leadership decisions you've had to make in the last few years, and what did they teach you?
One of the areas, since we're talking about transformation, is to transform the company as well. As I mentioned, we were previously a lot more focused in printer and copier. And if you look at the trends, obviously the paper usage is going down. Therefore, not many people are printing. So one of the key focus is transforming ourselves as well internally. But the key thing about transformation is the people's mindset, right? So I always talk about 3 things, right? Mindset, the skill set, and the tool set. So one of the key things that I focus a lot more is how to change their mindset. Secondly is to enabling them so that they can improve their skill set. And lastly, give them the right tools and environment to thrive in the new environment.
So what's an example of how you've approached the changing mindset bit?
So just simple example, if we keep telling our staff digital transformation, to them it's like something new. But digital transformation is almost like, in a more common term, continuous improvement, operations excellence. So we sort of tweak it around and say that it is part of operations excellence and continuous improvement. Then it becomes like part and parcel of them. Instead of thinking of digital transformation as something new, is difficult, I'm not technical enough, things like that,
Yeah, so we focused a lot on the transformation and evolution of Fujifilm. So let's look to the future. As CEO, what's your vision for Fujifilm business innovation over the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years?
So over the next 3 to 5 years, my vision is to strengthen Fujifilm business innovation role as a trusted advisor in digital transformation. So we're building on our strong market presence and print leadership, or expanding our digital solutions and services where we see growing demands, and our aim is to achieve double-digit growth in this area. I always tell my team that we differentiate ourselves by providing end-to-end services and solution to include print, IT, digital transformation, and AI. So it's about protecting what we are already doing well and growing where the future is headed.
All right, fantastic stuff. We were speaking with the CEO of Fujifilm Business Innovation Singapore. It's been a delightfully timeless conversation.
That's right. Wee Tee Hsien, thank you so much for joining us on Money FM this morning.
Thank you for having me.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.